Hey guys, it's Denasia A, aka Drizzy Day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Drizzy Day. So today I'm gonna talk about a story that happened in middle school, so like 6 years ago. Actually, yesterday, it's been 6 years since I graduated middle school. I just realized that, June 17th, and 2 years since I graduated high school, but that's besides the point. This story is gonna be, you can tell by the title that it's about me throwing a desk at a boy. Like, you know, we cool or whatever, cordial we want to say. Like, I say hi to him, he say hi to me when we see each other in public or whatever. But at this time, like, we was just, yeah, like, stuff was going on between us. But I did make a video about this, I think 2-3 years ago, probably 4, about this, but then I deleted it for some reason. I don't know. So if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you didn't, you don't know the story, I'm gonna tell y'all about it now. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So this all started, like I said, in middle school, 2016. Time flies by really fast. But anyway, so it was in social studies. This girl had a sandwich or whatever, like half a sandwich. I think it was half a sandwich. So 5 of these boys wanted it. He was one of them. And they just wanted the sandwich. So she kept trying to put the sandwich in my desk. And I was like, no, like, don't put me in this. Like, I was doing my work, minding my business, while these boys just fiending over a sandwich and acting like they haven't ate in, like, days. Like, your mom don't cook for y'all? Like, anyways. So, so they were just like, give me a sandwich, I want the sandwich, or whatever. So they just wanted it. And long story short, me and this boy or whatever that I was talking about, we had a little bit of a history. Not like, I wouldn't call it beef, but like, he said stuff about me. I probably said some stuff about him. Like, I remember in 7th grade, if you guys remember that app Voodoo or Vuvu or Voodoo, I forgot the name of it, but they deleted it off the app store. But I remember, if y'all remember, you 2000s babies, probably late 90s, yeah, we had this app. It was an app called Voodoo. I think that's the name of it. Okay, so it was me, this girl, and this guy, and I just know that when we got into the thing, he was like talking shit about me, and he was like, yeah, I'm going off topic a little bit, so I just want to give a little backstory and stuff. But anyways, yeah, he was calling me fat and ugly, and the girl, she was like, stop, and I ain't gonna say his name. And he was like, what? She really is fat and ugly. I remember, like, I think a day or two after, I saw him, and I was like, yeah, we was on the phone, you called me ugly and fat, and then he was like, as in, like, yep, I said what I said. So I was like, alright, bet. I don't, like, when we was in school, a lot of people say he was musty and he stink, which he really did. Because I think, like, yeah, and, like, people were, like, saying that we was going out. I don't know why everybody was just saying, oh, yeah, the DJ goes out with this person, like, and, yeah, he was, like, saying that, yeah, people were going around saying we go out, which definitely wasn't the case. Because, first of all, hygiene is a top priority to me. If I don't give a fuck how cute you is. If your hygiene ain't right, you ain't right, bitch. But anyways, yeah. And then another incident that happened in 8th grade, I remember him and this girl was talking, and this was an English class, by the way. And then I remember it was this boy that went to another school or whatever that knew my other friend from another school. Listen. And I ended up texting him because I remember he ended up texting one of my other friends saying I was cute or whatever. So I was just trying to, like, I guess, shoot my shot. Not really, but whatever. But he left me open. I was like, wow, motherfucker. So that's when, what the fuck happened? That's when they were discussing in class that I texted this boy saying I was thirsty. And then I don't remember what the boy said or in this other girl. I have some story times about that girl. But anyways, this boy, yeah, he was just like saying, yeah, she really thirsty or something like that. And he was like, yeah. So then that's when I remember I don't know if this was a couple weeks later, a day after, I don't remember, but all I know is I walked through the class, I saw him, and I was like infuriated. So I remember, was it social studies? I think it was social studies or English. I don't remember which class it was, but all I know is I walked in and I went to the sink and I confronted him. I'm like, oh, you was talking shit about me and saying I was thirsty over a boy and stuff. And he's like, I never said that. Like, why are you lying on me? And I'm like, nigga, I heard you. Like, and then he was getting taken out of class because he was acting like he was gonna do something. And then this other boy, nigga with the gap teeth, what do you want to call it? And he was talking about some, oh yeah, she's scared of him. I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody scared of him. Like, and then I remember, I think it was one other incident too, when me and him went at it. I don't remember what it was about, but I just know he was like, where to my dead son? And I'm like, you have a son? Like, it caught me off guard because, mind you, we was in middle school, and I'm just like, you got a girl pregnant in middle school? Like, what? Currently editing. I always forget something, but it just came to my mind just now. So it was this time where me and this girl was in the bathroom and she needed a rubber band for her hair or whatever. So I had to go in the classroom and get her book bag. And then this boy, the boy I'm talking about in the video, he was on Facebook Live. So as I was getting her book bag and stuff, I don't know, he was pointing the camera towards me or something, and then he was like, get your fat ass out of the way. I didn't hear him at the time he said that. It was because I had him as a friend on Facebook, so I watched the live, and then that's when I seen that when he said that. So I was like, oh, and I think that's when I confronted him and stuff in the classroom, and then he was like, where did my dead son and all that. Yeah. But yeah, so back to the other story. I just had to get a little backstory or whatever of how some of this led up to this incident of me throwing the desk at him. But anyways, yeah, so he ended up, so after I think the teacher was telling them to sit down or whatever, so then that's when he ended up saying, oh, she probably put it in Denasia A's desk. So everybody, you know how middle schoolers or people in general was like, ooh, oh. So yeah, gassing it up. And I don't know why I let this shit get to me, because I'm just like, if it was me now, because I was like 13 at the time, I'm 19, about to be 20 in 6 days. But yeah, I don't know why I let that junk get to me like that. But all I know is I was like, suck my D-I-C-K. And no. I say go suck a D-I-C-K. I'm gonna say it. Suck a dick. So, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, no, how about you suck my dick? And then they were like, oh, or whatever. Everybody was gassing it up. So then he ended up getting up. He was, mind you, he was on the other side of the room. He was like, right, left, whatever. All I know is he was on the other side of the room. So that's when I was still in my seat, because I was like, what you gonna do? So everyone starts getting up and getting out of the classroom and stuff, and the teacher is trying to like hold him back from getting to the other side where I am. So then that's when, I don't know, I got up and I think I started yelling, screaming and stuff. So then that's when I was walking, like, I don't know if I was walking out. I don't know what I was gonna do. All I know is my ex-best friend, like, yeah, she was like, Denasia, hey, calm down or whatever. And then that's when I was just, I don't know what I said, but all I know is I was just infuriated. And then that's when he went on the other side, back to the side he was. And then that's when, I don't know if he said something to me or something. I can't remember too much because it happened so long ago. But all I know is I just picked up a desk and just chuck it at him. Like, I just literally, like, boom, like, threw it at him. And the teacher was right there. Mind you, the teacher was near him, too. So I could have hit the teacher. I don't know. But all I know is he picked up a chair and threw it at me. And he missed, because I said, dab. Like, literally, like, I think I dabbed when I fucking dodged out. Like, damn. I'm so corny, but I don't give a fuck. Anyways, so that's when my science teacher came in, and she ended up getting me and bringing me downstairs to the principal's office. And that's when she ended up giving her a long, short version of what just happened. And then that's when the principal, she said straight the fuck up, y'all. She said, you and the boy got 2 weeks of suspension. I was like, hold the fucking phone. Did this bitch just say I got 2 weeks of suspension? Like, the longest I ever had was, at the time, was 3 days. But 2 weeks? I was like, what? Like 2 freaking weeks? Like, that was, mind you, it was like 2 weeks before our New York trip. So I'm like, oh shoot, I might get this junk taken away from me and stuff. I was just, wow. I had to walk down to like where the music room and all the other rooms were, and I was just like, this bitch just said I got 2 weeks of suspension. So that's when I ended up going to the office, and then it was this like little room or whatever where no one really goes into unless, I don't know. And then that's when I was just sitting there, and I was just like crying, because I'm like, yo, I'm probably not gonna be able to go on our New York trip, go to Holiday Hill, formal. I was just like, it's the end of the year, we about to graduate next month, why are we doing this? Like, yeah. So that's when the principal came in, and she was just like, okay, tell me what happened. I was just bawling my eyes out. I was just like, oh, like, I don't know if I was trying to speak a proper sentence, I don't know, but she was like, okay, you're going home. Like, she was like, okay, you're done. Like, yeah. And that's when she ended up calling my grandma or my aunt. I just know my aunt came, and then she had to explain to my aunt what happened. Then she was talking about how she was gonna take, like I said, all the trips away from me, formal, Holiday Hill, New York, all that. So then that's when my aunt, she really got my back with this. She was just like telling the principal, like, that's not fair, because these kids know how Denasia is. They do that on purpose, because like I said, they know how I am. So I don't think it's, she said, yeah, like she said, it wasn't fair for me to miss out on like a one-time thing I can do with my class, even though I didn't give a fuck. Well, they didn't give a fuck about me, I didn't give a fuck about them. But yeah, so the principal had to think about it. She was just like, she did agree and stuff, and was like, yeah, she was just like, yeah, I agree or whatever. So she was like, she can go to formal in New York, she just won't be able to go on Holiday Hill. So I was kind of bummed about not going to Holiday Hill over this little stupid thing that shouldn't have went as far as it went and stuff, but it is what it is. Holiday Hill, I mean, there's other better things to do. Plus, like I said, I didn't really like my class like that. My class didn't like me, I didn't like them, whatever. I didn't really have friends except for my so-called best friend. We're not even gonna get into that. That's a whole different video within itself, y'all. But yeah, so I ended up going home. Jay said I was suspended for 5 days, so a week. So yeah, she ended up shortening my suspension to a week. So yeah, I just was crying. I was just still infuriated, because I'm just like, at the time I was kind of bummed I couldn't go Holiday Hill. Like, yeah, I could go to New York and formal, but like, yeah. But all I know is, yeah, I was just like so mad. But, and then I was texting my best friend at the time. I'm sorry, y'all. This shit right here pissed me off, because I was talking to her and was telling her how I felt. And she made it seem like I was like overreacting, and she was just like, Denasia, if it's that serious, tell your grandma to take you out of school. You don't have to go to high school. I think that's what she was saying on the lines of that. And I'm just like, bitch, you supposed to be my best friend. Why the fuck would you tell me that? Like, bitch, I'm supposed to stay in school. What the fuck? So I'm so glad I didn't listen to that hoe, because I was so pissed about that. Like, but yeah, like, I got over it eventually. I was like, it is what it is, whatever. Yeah, but that shit kind of followed me in high school, figured, because I did went to high school with some people that I used to go to middle school with. And of course, it was people that I didn't really get along with like that, or we had our issues here and there. I'm so glad I don't see them people anymore, because yeah. But yeah, some people would be like bringing it up, be like, oh, you threw a death at a boy over a sandwich. I'm like, okay, get your fucking facts straight, bitch. Because first of all, I did not fight over no damn sandwich. Let's get that out of the way. I would not fight over no food unless it was my food, of course. But no, it was no. Like, and like, no. That's how I was just like, I ain't fighting on no sandwich. Like, I'm not, listen, I didn't even bother to like explain the whole story, because I was just like, you know what, believe what y'all want, because of course y'all gonna believe, y'all just gonna believe anything that someone tells you without going to the source and be like, yo, is this true? But no, y'all just want to assume. But so glad that, you know, I don't see those people anymore, because people really do assume some shit and just act like they know what they're talking about, and just like, bitch, how about you get the facts from the person that you hear about it first before you start believing? Because like I said, people are gonna put their own gist or details that didn't even happen, or maybe try to exaggerate it and whatever. So I was just like, I didn't fight over no sandwich. That wasn't even the case. I didn't even want the sandwich in the first place. Like, but, and I forgot to add this. When I went upstairs to get my book bag, I saw my book bag was open. I had Lay's potato chips. That motherfucker stole my potato chips. I was like, you motherfuckers. Like, you bitches are fat as fuck. I know I'm not the one to talk, but I'm just like, y'all really wanted my book bag to see if I got something to eat and took my chips? That's why I don't fuck with y'all niggas. Like, this, I don't give a fuck. I don't like nobody I used to go to school with. Well, except for a couple people, but I remember I'll be looking at my middle school yearbook. Oh yeah, you know what? That's a whole nother video. But I'll be looking at the shit. It was this one like picture that it was us like on the staircase or whatever the fuck, and I was just looking at this shit like, I'm gonna talk to not one motherfucker in this shit. Like, I'm like, damn, I don't talk to nobody in high school with, middle school. I'm just like, fuck y'all. But yeah, that's all for today's video. I know it was all over the place, kind of lengthy and stuff, kind of a long video, but then again, I'm just like, I like to talk. People always think I'm quiet, but I'm really not. I just don't like you guys. I'm just playing, or maybe I'm not. But anyways, and yeah, I might do some more story times, you know, especially from high school, because high school is cool. But if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and yeah, gotta sneeze. Bye.